You've seen those headlines about global warming. The glaciers are melting. We're doomed. That's what several studies supposedly found. But other scientific studies found exactly the opposite. Greenland's glaciers are growing, not melting. The Antarctic ice sheet is getting thicker, not thinner. Did you see any big headlines about that? Why are they trying to scare us? Global warming alarmists claim the glaciers are melting because of carbon dioxide from the fuels we use. Let's force people to cut back, they say. But we depend on those fuels to grow our food, move our children, light up our lives.
Here's the electricity we use at home. Al Gore uses 20 times as much. Mr. Gore's friends use lots of energy too. But Al Gore wants to cut our energy use, putting our jobs and our future in jeopardy. Mr. Gore's future, on the other hand, couldn't be brighter. We depend on reliable, affordable energy for our food, our transportation, our homes. It's the best protection we have against the hazards of life. And it's even more important to people elsewhere who are struggling to survive, to break out of the prison of poverty. For them, affordable energy is something to hope for, and something to celebrate. But what will happen to that hope if we restrict energy use? Some people may have a bright future, but don't kid yourself. Without affordable energy, hundreds of millions of people won't have any future at all.
Few challenges facing America and the world are more urgent than combating climate change. The science is beyond dispute, and the facts are clear.
In fact, the science is proving the Earth is cooling, not heating up. And many climate scientists around the world dispute alarmist claims and celebrity science.
The global warming alarm is dressed up as science, but it's not science. It's propaganda.
You can't say that CO2 will drive climate. It certainly never did in the past.
If the CO2 increases in the atmosphere as a greenhouse gas, then the temperature will go up. But the ice core record shows exactly the opposite. So the fundamental assumption, the most fundamental assumption of the whole theory of climate change due to humans is shown to be wrong.
Thank you all for coming. It is my pleasure to introduce the host of the Kyoto Global Warming Convention, the inventor of the environment, Al Gore.
Hello, I'm Al Gore, and I'm here to scare you about global warming. If we don't take immediate action, our planet, Earth, will become a deadly smog ball that chokes out all human life.
I've often heard it said that there is a consensus of thousands of scientists on the global warming issue and that humans are causing a catastrophic change to the climate system. Well, I am one scientist, and there are many that simply think that is not true.
This claim that the IPCC is the world's top 1,500 or 2,500 scientists, you look at the bibliographies of the people and it's simply not true. There are quite a number of non-scientists.
And to build the number up to 2,500, they have to start taking reviewers and government people and so on, anyone who ever came close to them. And none of them are asked to agree. Many of them disagree.
Those people who are specialists but don't agree with the polemic and resign, and there have been a number that I know of, they are simply put on the author list and become part of this 2,500 of the world's top scientists.
And as for carbon dioxide, it isn't smog or smoke. It's what we breathe out and plants breathe in.
In a recent Repower America ad, a young construction worker urges cutting our dependence on old dirty fuels that are killing our planet. Those fuels, of course, are coal and oil, the burning of which produces the carbon dioxide that supposedly does the killing. In reality, however, enriching the air with CO2 does just the opposite. It invigorates the planet's vegetation. With more CO2 in the air, plants generally grow larger, create more leaves, produce more flowers, and yield more fruit and grain, all while using water more efficiently. And the improved plant growth leads to larger crop yields and a greater natural food base for the planet's wildlife. CO2 is not the bane of the biosphere, it is the elixir of life, and that's a fact.
Carbon dioxide, they call it pollution. We call it life.